Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and this is a video to compare the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless with Corsair's Virtuoso RGB Wireless. These are two premium high-quality gaming headsets that are worth comparing because they have a number of interesting features that make them stand apart from each other and also stand shoulder to shoulder in terms of being excellent little devices. Worth noting quickly, the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless, as you see it here, is not in its default state. That's not how you get it out of the box. This has been modified slightly, which I'll show you in a bit of depth as I go through this video. I want to talk to you about it as it is here as well, straight out of the box, freshly unboxed. I'll link to that in the description if you want to see it. Around a year ago, maybe a bit longer. And it's been an excellent headset for me and I've really enjoyed using it. And I'll continue to sing its praises. You can see it here quite a bit longer. In the tooth, a bit worn out, a bit tatty around the edges. The control box is equally as messy, so forgive the video quality, but these are well-worn devices that are well used, so you can get an idea of what it's like still after all this time. Now, the Arctis Pro Wireless is interesting because it's a wireless headset that works with both console and PC, and you can see it here plugged into my PC. Now, this works by the control box, which does the broadcasting of the wireless connectivity over 2.4 gigahertz, and you can see that has a number of inputs, line in, line out, optical inputs as well as a USB mini connection that connects to your PC. From the control box you can then access a variety of different menus that give you access to different audio sources, as well as adjusting things like the chat mix, which is a really cool feature of the SteelSeries. You also see on the Astro headsets, which basically allows you to throw the balance between game and voice audio when you're in the middle of a game. It's really useful. A number of different equalizer settings, and it's worth noting quickly that the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless also features Dolby Virtual Surround Sound, which is pretty spiffing, and you can turn that on and off on this box as well. And that does a very good surround sound experience in terms of positional audio. You also have access to a side tone, which you can set here so you can hear yourself in the microphone, which is worth it because the Arctis Pro Wireless does block out a bit of audio from the surrounding environment, so get quite immersed in your games. You'll have noted, if you're paying attention there, and I'll show you a bit later on, but this has Bluetooth connectivity as well. And you can connect Bluetooth straight to your phone, straight to the headset rather than through the base station, which is really handy, and I'll talk about that in a bit more depth later on. But having these controls at your fingertips is really handy. You can have this box on your desk within reach and then just be able to adjust the volume really easily. But there are volume controls also on the headset itself, which is fantastic. Now, another reason that the little control box is awesome because it doubles as a charging dock for the batteries. The SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless comes with around 20 hours of battery life, it's so claimed. And it has these hot swappable batteries. Now, essentially what happens is you pop one of the batteries into the little control box, and that battery is being charged while it's not in use. So when it runs flat, you can take it out of the headset and just pop it in there to charge. And then you leave it in there, and then when it's ready, when you need it, you can just put it back in. Now, this is one of the benefits of this headset over other wireless headsets, is that it essentially never needs to be plugged in because the batteries are constantly on charge. When one runs out, you just swap it with the other one, and then you put the other one back into charge, and then you're away. There is a slight disconnection as you have to obviously turn the headset off to swap the battery out and then turn it back on again, but it's only a matter of seconds, and it's far less faff than being plugged in. It's really handy and a brilliant hot swappable system that makes life a lot easier. Another feature of the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless, which is similar to the Astro A40, is that you can purchase covers and different headbands. Now, they call those ski goggle headbands, and you can purchase different ones. I asked SteelSeries if they could send me one, and they've sent this really leery blue and orange and pink thing, which is a bit crazy, but there are various different versions that you can purchase, and I'll link to those in the description. So you can basically upgrade and change your headset, rejuvenate it to make it look a bit nicer. Mine was looking a bit worn, especially the headband, and now I've got this really funky looking thing. Wouldn't necessarily have chosen, but there are loads of different color options and you can customize it until your heart's content. And that improves the look and feel of it and changes it as well, makes it a bit more unique, I suppose. Now, one of the things I like about the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless is that you can use it in a variety of different ways. So you see underneath There's a 3.5mm jack. You also have a micro USB connection. You'll note on the left though, there's also a button to pair with a Bluetooth device. This is one of my favourite features, and I'll show you that in a bit later on, but it basically means that you can connect your phone to the headset with ease. And that means you can take this headset out of the house and treat it as a pair of Bluetooth headphones, which is really neat. And you can also have that dual connectivity option. So as standard, it connects to the control box via the wireless connection, and then you can also have Bluetooth. Now another thing you can do is you can also purchase additional faux leather ear cups, which obviously improves noise cancellation and perhaps changes the comfort of them. The original ear cups are kind of a sports mesh fibre thing that are relatively comfortable, but nowhere near as comfortable as the likes of the Astro 50, the Astro 40, or the Turtle Beach headsets that I've reviewed in the past. The faux leather ear cups are slightly more comfortable, and they do a better job of blocking out external noise, and obviously it's another way to refresh a headset that's aging, so it's great. They're also really easy to install, as you can see here. Just pull the old ones off and pop the new ones on, and now I've got what looks like a new headset. It probably needs a bit of a dust in places, but otherwise it's looking a lot more spiffing, despite the in-your-face headband and ear speaker tag ear cup things on the outside. You know, each to their own. And you know, all in all, this is a brilliant little package. As you can see, you have a variety of buttons as well. You've got your volume control wheel, the power button, and the Bluetooth connectivity button. And you also have a mic mute button with easy access. You'll note, if you've been paying attention, that the microphone is also retractable. That's currently all the way tucked away neatly within the headset. So if you don't need it, you're out and about and you want to use it as headphones, then it's out of the way and there's no fuss and no hassle. But you can use that for calls as well, so that's another cool thing that you can do with it. And the Bluetooth dual connectivity thing is really handy. So here you can see it's paired with my phone over the Bluetooth, and that's really easy to do. And once you've paired that, it happens automatically when you turn the headset on. You'll note, if you're looking in the background, there's a white light flashing on one of the LEDs and then a blue light on the other one. That shows the connectivity to both. You can turn Bluetooth off separately, or you can turn the headset off. You turn the Bluetooth off, you obviously save a bit of power because you're not connected to both. But I like being connected to both all the time, because it means if you're playing a game, you get your PC audio or your console audio, but you can also get audio from your phone. So it's really handy, because if you're playing a game with friends and you die and you have to watch them, spectate them for ages, then it means you can do something else like watch videos on YouTube or listen to music, but not lose out on the game audio and the chat with your mates as well. Retractable microphone is also cool, and it has an LED light on it to let you know when it's muted. Now here you can see the Corsair Virtuoso. This is a slightly more premium in terms of look and feel anyway, headset from Corsair that I've unboxed and reviewed, and I'll link to those in the description to get you an idea, a bit more in-depth view of them. But you can see it comes with faux leather ear cups. Again, reasonably decent sized drivers. It's worth noting that the Corsair Virtuoso has 50mm drivers. The SteelSeries only has 40mm. However, in wireless mode, they both are interesting because they both deliver 40,000 Hz in terms of frequency response and virtual surround sound. So they both deliver a fantastic bit of surround sound. However, as you can see from the pile of things here, the Corsair Virtuoso is interesting for different reasons to the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless. This headset is interesting because it's also wired. Now it has a wired connectivity to it that allows you to plug it into your PC via the USB-C cable that comes with, and doing that then engages 96 kHz high-res audio. High-res audio means you get a much crisper sound, a much more immersive experience, and a better quality. I found the positional awareness is much better. You also hear sounds you've never heard before in game, which is fantastic, and I'll show you the plugging in process in a minute. In wireless mode, it's 40,000 Hz, the same as a SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless. Now, as I said, there is a slightly more premium design to the Corsair Virtuoso. However, I will say it's not quite as comfortable after a long bit of wear. After a couple of hours, I find the ear cups and the drivers just nag on my ears a little bit. I find it a little bit tighter maybe, and it doesn't sit quite as comfortably. Neither of these headsets is comfortable as the Astro 50 or the Astro 40, which for comfort are just ridiculous. Really nice. If you're looking for comfort, those are one of the ones to go for. However, The fact that the Corsair Virtuoso offers high-res audio when plugged in with a USB-C cable makes it really appealing in my mind. You'll note it also has the SLIPSTREAM wireless dongle and a detachable microphone. Now, where the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless has a retractable microphone, the Corsair Virtuoso has this detachable one, which is broadcast quality. And if you watch the review I did of this headset, you'll be able to hear what that sound quality is like on the microphone. It's very good. Underneath it has a mute button that then lights up the ring around the edge of the microphone red to let you know that it's muted. You can also press and hold that mic mute button to turn side tone on and off, which is also really handy. It's really cool to be able to do that. One of the things that I didn't mention actually about the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless is you can dive into the settings on the control box by pushing in the volume wheel on that headset, which makes it really easy to change various settings on the control box if you can see it from your desk without actually having to touch the control box, which is quite neat. One of the things I had with the Virtuoso is you can't really access all the different EQ settings that you can get in IQ via the headset. You have to open the software. There might be something they'll change, but I'm not sure how. Now you can see the USB-C connection underneath. Quite unusual to see a USB-C connection on a gaming headset, and that is really cool for another reason, which I'll show you in a minute. That means it also can connect to your phone. There's also a 3.5mm jack, so you can plug it into anything that's 3.5mm, but the best way to get the best audio is to plug in with the USB-C cable to your PC. Doing so, you can then dive into Windows control panel and the sound control options, and you'll be able to see there that it switches to 96 kHz. This is the high-res audio and gives you the best quality. Also note 24-bit 8 channels, so you're getting the full surround sound experience in a really high quality way, and it's fantastic. The other option, as I said, is to use the SLIPSTREAM wireless dongle. Now this is essentially a little wireless dongle that plugs into your PC. It connects automatically and instantly as well, so you can take it with you and plug it into any laptop or whatever else you're using. So here I'm using a Lenovo laptop for testing purposes. You just plug it in and then you switch over the little switch between wired and wireless mode, and the two devices recognize each other and instantly you're in wireless mode. And now that does mean that you only get 40,000 Hz instead of 96. You will note though Windows says 48, but the gump from Corsair says it's only 40, so I'm not sure which is right. Both these headsets are very premium. One thing you will note though is that the Corsair Virtuoso, you can extend the headband. You can't do that with the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless. Instead you use the ski goggle headband to tighten and loosen that with the Velcro strap on top. Both headsets have a lot of flex and bend in the ear cups though, so you can get a good comfort from them and get to sit nice and tight on your head, and they both deliver excellent quality in that way. Now here you can see the other thing I was talking about. One of the things Corsair didn't include in the box, but I have found out quite nicely works, is the USB-C to USB-C cable. If you happen to have one, you can connect your phone to it that way. So my phone doesn't have a 3.5mm jack, and the headset doesn't have Bluetooth, so you can't connect in the same way as you can the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless, but you can plug in USB-C to USB-C and then get that audio from your phone into the headset with ease. That's pretty cool. So if you can find yourself USB-C to USB-C cable, which is pretty easy to purchase to be honest, then you can make this connection really easily. So you can use this headset out and about if you wanted to. You will note though, however, obviously it comes with the RGB lighting on the ear cups, which is quite bright and not terribly subtle, so it does stand out quite a lot. That lighting is adjustable within the IQ software, and if you want to see that in action, please check out the review. I'll go into a bit more depth on what you can do with that, but you can adjust things like equalizer settings, the lighting, and other bits and bobs in there, as well as the side tone on the microphone and things like that. You can see though that both these headsets are premium and offer some really cool features. The SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless has that dual connectivity options, whereas the Corsair Virtuoso has the ability to be wired for a much higher quality of sound from the 96 kHz high-res audio. In wireless mode, I'd say both of them offer a very rich and excellent experience in terms of gaming. You get a good positional awareness, surround sound experience, and a good level of comfort, and a good long-term battery life. Now, the Corsair Virtuoso, again, has around 20 hours battery life, and it will let you know when it's running low, but you do need to plug it in. The supplied cable it comes with, it's only a 1.5 meter cable, which I find is a bit too short and can be a bit of a tug on the ear, which is a pain. So having the hot swappable batteries in the Arctis Pro Wireless is preferable, and I did really like the base station on the Astro 50. Being able to dock to charge is also fantastic. But if you're not too bothered about having wireless and you just want the high quality audio, then the Corsair Virtuoso might be the better choice. The Arctis Pro Wireless might be a bit more comfortable, but then if you're looking for comfort, I'd say the Astro 50 is the one for you. Hope you found this video useful. Let me know if you have any questions or want to know anything else. This has been the Provoked Prawn. Hope you found this video useful, interesting or hilarious. Be sure to subscribe and check out these other videos, as well as taking a look in the description for links and other information you might find useful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or anything you'd like to see extra about this, and have a great life.